What's going on, y'all? Just here, aka 805 Just, you know what I'm saying? Always repping Ventura County, always repping the 805, the real 805, and that's all of Ventura County. I'm talking Ventura, my birthplace, Oxnard, I'm talking Camarillo, I'm talking Somis, Thousand Oaks, I'm talking Fillmore, I'm talking Santa Paula, all that, you know what I'm saying? Ventura County love, Ventura love, 805. Just we in the building. Let's get right to it. Y'all saw the title of the video. Now I'm here to provide the details. Today is, or tonight rather, sun's going down, evening, is July 3rd, the 3rd of July. And premiering on Netflix, or what premiered on Netflix today, was the fourth installment of the Beverly Hills Cop franchise, starring Eddie Murphy, of course, one of my favorite comedians slash actors. Up until this new version, or this fourth installment of the Beverly Hills Cop series, I had already pretty much seen every Beverly Hills Cop. So the first one, the original, which is the best one in my opinion. The first Beverly Hills Cop will always be the best one in my opinion, because it's a young Eddie Murphy. Just to put it in context, Eddie Murphy is around my pop's age. Shout out to the captain. Shout out to my dad. And this is '84. I want to say the first Beverly Hills Cop came out. Yeah, '84, then '87, then '94. So yeah, I've seen the first one, saw the second one, saw the third one throughout the years. And matter of fact, the last couple of days, I just ran through the originals because I knew this new one was coming out on where. Starts with an N, ends with an X. Not an ad. You know what I'm saying? They gotta pay. They gotta pay, right? So I did watch the newest Beverly Hills Cop, Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, the fourth in this Beverly Hills Cop series. And this is my review. It's going to be very honest. It's not really spur of the moment, but everything is fresh because, like I said, I just finished watching it a few hours ago. So everything I'm about to talk about right now, it's fresh on my mind because I just completed the movie. So right off the bat, and now let me preface it with this, right? Because some of y'all may be like, okay, he's getting a little nerdy on us. I apologize, but I am a movie buff. I love movies. I love the behind the scenes. I love how they're produced, all the way from the first pitch to the final cut, editing, scores, soundtracks, all that. I'm a movie buff guy. Same with TV. Love the behind the scenes of TV, behind the scenes of movies. For those that don't know, I actually worked in TV. I was a PA on NCIS Los Angeles, NCIS LA. Famously stars LL Cool J and a bunch of other TV stars on that crime or drama. If I'm not mistaken, that still airs on CBS. So I was a CBS employee. And I love that. I love that. That was my first step into TV, actually, outside of being a communications major in college at that time, and working and learning radio, under my pops, under my father. That was my first foray, my first step into Hollywood, my first step into TV. And once I actually got to see the behind the scenes and work, with some of those stars every day, and the staff, and just everything that goes into producing a quality television show, I was hooked. I was hooked. So I also do write in my downtime, and obviously I have a young daughter who's going on 6 months old, so I don't get to write as often as I used to. But I have pitched a few scripts in the past. I wrote a few commercials, so this is my world. Like, I love TV, I love movies, so when I get time to sit down and watch a new movie or watch a new show, it's special. So right off the bat, Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, like I said, premiered on Flicks, you know what I'm saying? Right off the bat, the thing that I enjoyed this part because I'm a nostalgic person, you know what I'm saying? Represent the old school. Shout out to the old school. Always respect it. Salute. Right off the bat, they use similar angles, similar scenes to the older movies right at the beginning of the movie. And I'm not going to give any spoilers, but just so you have an idea, they kind of set it up so it looks like you're watching an old Beverly Hills Cop just in 2024 and in modern times. But the one thing that throughout the whole movie, this really messed me up. It not only did let me think, how do I want to word this? Not only did it get on my nerves, but it just, somebody should have saw this. Somebody in production, somebody in the makeup department should have. This shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have looked like this. Eddie Murphy's makeup was terrible. Now, mind you, this is coming from somebody who has had to wear makeup. In my TV career, my news career, that's part of the game, right? It looked bad. It looked bad, and I don't know, like maybe a black person didn't do his makeup. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a person of color didn't do it, but it looked bad. It looked so bad. I don't know if y'all remember a few months ago when Shannon Sharp first started on First Take on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith, and the one of the first major things that went viral was his makeup. His makeup looked bad. People joked saying he looked like Tyler Perry. They were saying he looked like, a cast member of like a Tubi show or a Tubi movie. Like, it was bad, and it just looked caked on, and it looked like brownie mix. Like, they did Eddie Murphy like this in this movie. So much that if you watch this new Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F., you'll see, and I'm going to try to put it, hopefully there's a picture. If it's not, that means I got lazy or I forgot. I'm getting old. That's my fault, y'all. His face was a different color from his neck. And I'm hoping there's going to be a picture somewhere, one of these corners here, maybe over here, somewhere you'll see. But Eddie Murphy's neck was lighter than his face. Now, unless, he's got, maybe a skin condition or something going on, that's not normal. And that bothered me the entire movie because they made his face real chocolatey, you know what I'm saying? Pause, but you know what I'm saying? Just very oaky, very, you know what I mean? But his neck looked like, it just, I think I could be wrong, I'm not an expert. I think in the makeup world, they call that blending, I want to say. Like, it has to do with how, is that what it's called? MUAs, makeup artists, let me know, comment below if I'm wrong about this. But I think it's called blending, when you gotta, the makeup is supposed to go with how your actual skin tone and face looks. So that jacked me up right off the bat, because the whole movie, I'm looking at Eddie, and I'm like, yo, who did Eddie Murphy's makeup, man? This don't look good, right? And, especially because Eddie, he, like I said, he's around my own father's age, my parents' age. And, he's aged pretty well. So you shouldn't have to cake up a whole bunch of makeup unless, what I'm saying, he was in a forest fire or something. But anyway, I digress, right? What else did I like? I'm sorry, not what else did I like. What else did I observe? It was good to see the returning characters. So I loved seeing Taggart. I love seeing Rosewood. These are the characters that were in the previous Beverly Hills Cop movies. So that was good to see because, it's not only nostalgic, but it's good to see like how they've aged, where they're at in life now. And, obviously they can still act. They didn't lose those skills. They didn't lose that. You know what I'm saying? They still got it. So it was good that they still had the characters Taggart and Rosewood. Because matter of fact, I want to say in Beverly Hills Cop 3, they didn't have Officer Taggart. They only had Rosewood. Taggart was, he wasn't in that one for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see what else. Like I said, this is another movie nerd thing. Just the behind the scenes thing that I thought was kind of corny and kind of, they could have did better. I don't know if, Flicks, if they did all the production on this or if, it was Eddie and then, they sold it to Netflix or whatnot, but they could have did better on this. So they used a location in the movie that was actually in Eddie Murphy's last movie. I don't know if y'all saw, he did a Christmas movie. I think it was last December. If I'm not mistaken, it was Eddie Murphy and Tracy Ellis Ross played his wife in the Christmas movie. Well, there's this location under a bridge. I want to say it's in downtown LA, if I'm not mistaken. If it's not downtown LA, it might be Burbank or Culver City, but it's under a bridge, right? And they use that same location in this movie. So for me, it just kind of looked like, wow, okay. y'all didn't get more creative than this. Like, I saw this exact same shot, this exact same location in Eddie Murphy's Christmas movie in December, and now y'all using it in his summer movie, Beverly Hills Cop, the fourth version, and it's only a few months apart. So I don't know whose idea or thought that was, but it just didn't, it didn't go well for me, because I'm like, I've seen this already. Like, this is already too familiar. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I might take this a little too deeply. Pause. But that's just, I think other people who are movie buffs or really into movies like they would feel the same way. Okay. Oh man, this was the worst part. You know what I'm saying? And I swear I'm almost done, y'all. Just got a few more points. So I'm not going to spoil it. I will say spoiler alert. You know what I'm saying? If you see my hand going like this, spoiler alert, just in case. I'm not trying to ruin it, but here's a little bit of the backstory. So in the movie, Eddie has to go back to Beverly Hills, obviously, in all the movies, he's from Detroit, lives in Detroit. But he's basically teaming up with his daughter. He has an adult daughter now who's around my age, you know what I'm saying? 90s baby and whatnot. And apparently Eddie was a deadbeat dad all these years. Right. Eddie Murphy, his character, Axel Foley, Axel F, as they're calling him, was a deadbeat dad all these years. And now Eddie, or Axel, is teaming up with his daughter, and him and his daughter are basically going to fight crime in LA and Beverly Hills and whatnot. Dog, really? Really? Y'all had to throw in the deadbeat dad, we need to rekindle, reunite. Y'all didn't have to do that. Really? Not a fan. Not a fan of that. Y'all could have just, look, I'm not giving out no free game. All I'm saying is, why did Eddie Murphy have to be a deadbeat dad? It couldn't be something else. Like, they could still team up as father and daughter, but to be a deadbeat dad, like, come on, man. Y'all gonna do the black man like that? Anyway, I wouldn't have did it that way, but, whatever. And lastly, Kevin Bacon is in this movie as well, and I'm gonna just say he did his thing. His character was really believable, and he played his role. He's another one of those classic 80s actors, 90s actors. I haven't seen him in anything in a while, but Kevin Bacon, he did his thing. Great job on his part. And lastly, just to end with a compliment on a high note. Pardon me. The writing was pretty good. It was pretty good. I didn't realize it until the end that it was actually rated R. Now I know all the previous, the former or earlier Beverly Hills Cop movies, I think, are all rated R. I just assumed this was going to be PG-13, maybe because it's coming out right before the 4th of July and they want families to watch, or, parents with their kids or something like that. I mean, I'm an adult. I'm grown, you know what I'm saying? So I was good, but I was a little surprised. I thought, language-wise, it might be a little bit cleaner for kids. So, just a disclaimer, folks, if your parents out there, you know what I'm saying, or, you got nieces, nephews, this is not for, I would say, anybody under, 14 or 15 or whatever. That's just me. That's my standpoint. My daughter's only 5 months old, so she definitely can't sit in the room with this. But the writing was pretty good. Like I said, outside of, the language, as far as, for kids and families go, for adults, the writing was pretty good. It was funny. And that's my review. Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F, the fourth version, the fourth sequel of the Beverly Hills Cop franchise, starring Eddie Murphy, of course, as the main star. It was pretty good. On a scale of, if I had to do 1 to 5 stars, I'd give it 3 stars. I'd give it 3 just because there were some areas that were kind of like, to me. Scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 6 or 7. But anyway, that's my review for Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F, the fourth, like I said, the fourth, Beverly Hills Cop. Once again, shout out to y'all for watching the videos, tuning in. I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, make sure you slap that subscribe button, and another day, another video. All right, peace, y'all.